Stick around to the very end and I'll show you how you can figure out what you're driven by so you can be unstoppable. So let's get into it. Madness. When you think of madness, who comes to mind? Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, Elon Musk. These people want to be the best and have been the best at everything that they do. And I can share personally, I relate to that because I've always been a really competitive person. Thinking growing up, I always played sports. I played with the boys in soccer. I was all-state, all-county, MVP my senior year in high school. And I can remember one particular time. It was the biggest game of the year we had. And I'm sitting there at practice and my coach was like, yeah, we're going to play a team bonding game. We're going to do snowball dodgeball where there's these fluffy white balls. We're going to throw them at each other to really bond before tomorrow's game. And I'm sitting there thinking, why the hell would we be doing that when we have the biggest game of the year tomorrow? And so my whole team, we're all sitting there probably thinking the same thing. And me, being one of the most shy people on the team, I look at him and I go, Coach, help me understand how this game is going to help us win tomorrow's game. And he's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, shouldn't we be scrimmaging? Shouldn't we be running, playing against one another? And he's like, Taylor, can I talk to you for a moment? So the team kind of sat there. They pulled me aside. And he's like, Taylor, don't you think I go to bed wondering and strategizing how we can win? And I literally looked at him. I go, no, actually, I don't. Because if you did, we wouldn't be playing a team bonding game like we are when we have the biggest game of the year tomorrow. And so one of the things when it comes to competition and how I felt it is I was willing to speak up to my coach, to speak up to authority, to make sure that we were doing whatever it takes to win tomorrow's game. And I'm someone who typically I would say respects authority, but they have to earn it. Like I always admired my coaches that when we were playing bad, they were willing to rip us at halftime. They were willing to rip us out of the game to make sure that they tapped into what it took to win the game. Because when you're competitive or when you're driven by madness, doesn't matter if you're tired. What that tells me, if you're driven by madness, you're willing to put yourself in uncomfortable situations. Like me, I was more shy. I mean, you guys see who I am here today, but I was more shy. And so speaking up to an authoritative figure who was my coach, my desire to win trumped my desire to be liked. And if you're also driven by madness, you understand. And so that's being driven by madness. Then you have an advancement. I know all of you guys know these type of individuals at work. You know, they have the checklist. They're always on time. They want to get to the next promotion. They have tasks that they have to do, and they get gratification when things are done. The team hits their victories, and every time that they complete something, they feel fulfilled. These people are driven by advancement. Then you have those who are driven by lifestyle. Again, we know these people personally. We see them on Instagram. They go to the finest restaurants. They're always dressed up. They have the new bags. They always look good. They're traveling the world, going to the best suites, going to the best hotels. And you know it because they put their lifestyle everywhere. They want to live in the best houses and they want people to know that they live a lavish lifestyle. And those people are driven by individuality. Then you have those who are driven by purpose. They want to help as many people as they can. They want to make a change. They want to have a large impact on the world. And instantly, who comes to mind for me is Martin Luther King Jr. I mean, you think about it. He had a dream that he didn't want people to be judged by the color of their skin, but the content of their character. And he wanted it so much so that he was willing to sacrifice his life and ultimately paid the price where he was assassinated for that dream and that purpose that drove him to the extent of being assassinated. And so when you think about all the qualities and all the things that people have, they're driven by really 4 things. You have madness. These are the competitors. You have the Kobe Bryants, the Michael Jordans of the world. You have advancement. These people are driven by the next promotion. You have individuality, the lifestyle, the lavish life that they want to live with the most expensive things, the finer things. Then you have purpose. And if you're interested in learning what drives you, click the link below and figure it out for yourself. Because the most important person that you need to study in life is yourself. So if you're an entrepreneur and you're also driven by madness, you would fit right into the valuetainment community here at Bet David Consulting. And if you found any value from this video, like, share, subscribe. I appreciate you, and I will see you soon.